Okay, let's go.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy ZbrowniieZ, and we're back with more Marvel Rivals. So, here we are again. The end of the year. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. This is going to be a different kind of video, right? First of all, introductions are in order. Welcome to my channel. My name is ZbrowniieZ. Call me Z, call me Brownie. Doesn't really matter. I'm just a regular dude who likes to play games and share with everybody. And today, I'm going to put some gameplay in the back. Because this is, like I said, this is going to be a different type of video. For me today, what I want to do is Marvel Rivals has officially been out for a year. They have done a lot of stuff, whether correctly or wrong, depends on other people, right? But they have done something right. This game has been out for a year. It's still the buzz of everybody. We're still playing it. We're still talking about it. So what I want to do today is basically just a sort of wish list or stuff I want to see for year two, like for 2026. First of all, I want to say I hope everybody's having a good day, and I hope you enjoy the show. So don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts. Just get the conversation going. Okay, with that, I want to hear everybody's inputs. And just happy New Year's, and hope everybody's year and day gets better. But first, I want to talk about something important. I've seen a lot of people talk about reworks in this game, and I think there's one character that needs a rework, in my opinion, and that character is Storm. So I want Storm to get a mobility buff. When I first started playing this game, Storm was I was trying to figure out what role was better for me. Obviously, right now, if you guys don't know, I haven't seen. My role is hybrid, but mostly Vanguard. I play tanks, frontline. Angela, Emma, Penny, actually learning Groot, and Rogue. But yeah. But before I learned how to play the big game better, my first character was Storm, or one of the first characters I was playing was Storm, and the reason I dropped her was because I didn't like how she moved. The whole up and down, and I'll put a clip on it so you guys can see it. What I mean, she moves up. She's a flyer. She doesn't walk. She's a flyer, and she just moves. She flies up and down, and then you have your other ways to movement. But I think she needs a buff to her mobility. I think that she should be able to fly like other flyers. Whether that be Angela. I think she should be able. First of all, I think that she, aside from, I don't think she needs a buff. Her ultimate is crazy, but I think that more importantly, she needs to be able to walk, because we've seen Storm walk before. She doesn't just hover in the air, but she should be able to walk. Like, she should be a character like Angela. She should be able to switch between flying and walking. But if you don't want to make her that, she should be like Iron Man. Iron Man should be a character that, like, Iron Man's a character that he flies up and down, but he has an ability to fly faster. And I think they should do that for Angela, for Storm. That's it. Just a major rework to how she moves, and I think she will be a better pick. Aside from giving her a little bit of a buff, maybe cooldowns. Because she is an assist machine. She can help your character. She can help your team do more damage or go faster. So I think that she's overlooked because of that. But there's so many better flyers now that she's not your top choice. But neither, her ult is busted. We all know that. So I think that's one character I wish would get reworked, because she deserves better. She's top tier. She hasn't really been meta, but she's been like a good Storm can carry a team. Her team ups are broken. Then she had a broken team up with Torch, which needs to come back, and a broken team up with Jeff. And I think we all have seen the fiery death Jeff tornadoes that used to go around. We all remember those. Those weren't fun. But she was cool. I think that's how I would approach it when it comes to reworks. Now, aside from that, I I would love to hear what you guys think of who should get a rework next. But aside from that, there is something I do want to talk about. Balance changes. And do we need so many? Season 6, January 16 is going to be the most anticipated balance patch ever because the meta is crazy. Now, I'm going to say some controversial things to you guys, but again, this is just my opinion. When it comes to balance patches, do you know who I want to see? First of all, Gambit nerf. Each should be damage cooldown 100, damage nerf 100%. We all can agree with that. And he needs to be able to take longer to charge his ult. Matches should not depend on who's Gambit. Matches should not depend on what Gambit's who gets the first Gambit ult. That's just crazy insane. There's insane value to Gambit, I'll give you that. But at this point, dude, I'm banning him from my ranks, and it's just annoying to do with. So yeah, he needs to have a damage reduction and a ult energy. I don't know how I would say it, but he shouldn't be able to get his ult as much. So make sure that the energy he gets to the energy required to get his ult needs to be more. So we don't see that many ults back to back. And a nerf to how fast he can get how fast other people can get his their ults from his ult, because that's crazy, dude. Moon Knight, I've seen Moon Knight players freaking use their ult, Gambit ult, and then get their ult again in 30 seconds. That is not okay, dude. That's crazy. So yeah, off the back, that he needs a nerf. This is gonna be a controversial one. Invis needs a nerf, but not the way people have been saying. I think the best way to tackle it would be saying the same thing they did with Emma. Give her shield a longer cooldown. Make it that it's, as a shielder, she gets 3 seconds per. Where she once she uses the shield goes down. It needs to wait 33 seconds max just so she can't spam it. I think that's the only nerf she gets. I think that's the only nerf she deserves. And again, I'm saying this, I'm not a DPS player. I do think that I don't think she's that broken. I just think that her survivability is crazy. That's the only way I would nerf. Make sure that her shield has a bigger cooldown. That's it. Because otherwise, that's what made her great. People are saying she's broken. Her shield was the fact that she can heal herself. That's fine. She's a support, and I'm saying this as somebody who's played Vanguard, supports and tanks. Just give her shield a bigger cooldown. That's the only way I would say. After that, I think she'll be balanced. That's it. And as I say this, that's in my opinion. I say this as a Angela main, someone who learned how to play Angela. Nerf dive meta needs to come back. We need another dive character. We need a character that can, because that's why dive meta died, because healers got so strong. And I'm not saying they just shouldn't be strong. They should be able to heal themselves. But I want Angela to get a buff. Bill deserves a buff. I've said this. She's gotten a few buffs. She's not as strong as I thought she was gonna be. But the buff she got helped. And the way I would buff Angela is simple. Make it so that when she's walking, her charge bar still charges. That way she's not just stuck using one charge. That way she can use her double axe. Her double axe can also benefit from the charge, because I honestly that's the only improvement I want. Maybe a little bit up her damage, but that's what I want. I literally just want her to be able to charge her charge attack while walking, so she's not bound by the air. And I get it, she's a flying meta, yada yada. I mean, she's a flying tank. I get it, that's her whole shtick. But I think that would help her. That simple tweak could help her so much. Literally that. Another character I want to get buffed, which is controversial because I still don't know how I feel about her. Rogue. I want Rogue to get her buff. People say that she's broken. I can't. I don't see it. Maybe it's a skill issue. I'll give you guys that. Maybe it's a skill issue, and I just, I suck at using her. But I need her to get a buff to her cooldowns, meaning less cooldowns. I've said this a million times. First of all, make it so that Rogue can take her teammates' abilities. It's plain as day. She is known for absorption. She should be able to absorb anybody. Make it so Rogue needs to be able to take abilities from her teammates, because that's gonna help her synergy. And most importantly, buff her cooldowns. 25 seconds on a miss. Make it 20. If you don't want to adjust the cooldown, adjust the conditions of the cooldown. 25 seconds if you grab somebody, that's it. 15 seconds if you missed. 10 seconds if the person you were about to grab died, like you were mid animation, because that has happened where you're mid animation, character dies, you don't get the cooldown, you don't get the ability, and you have to wait 15 seconds, 25 seconds. So that fix her cooldowns and up her damage. Fix her shield. Her shield needs it's not a shield, it's just damage mitigation. So fix that for her, dude. I really want her, and I'm excited for Rogue. She's one of my favorite X-Men. She needs buff, and that's my opinion. Honestly, aside from that, don't really care. The other thing I would say is, those are the buffs I want, like buffs and nerfs that I'm seeing, because overall they left the meta in a good place. You think that they need to rework a few things, as in if we're not gonna and this is a big if we're not gonna fix healers, give more people anti-heal. Venom is a good way to get anti-heals. Not everybody plays Venom, and Venom is not a frontline tank, he's a diver. Again, buff dive meta. Give more characters anti-heals or leech life, like Rogue. Blade, I feel like Moon Knight can get anti-heal. Different ways. Even Rogue, give Rogue anti-heals. The fact that she can grab as I say it, if she can grab somebody and get them anti-heals, that'll be cool. But if we're not gonna fix the support issue, because I don't think it's a problem, it's just an issue. If you're not gonna fix the support issue, give more characters anti-heal. Give Wanda anti-heal. She's already using dark magic, so what's the issue? Give Ultron anti-heal. He's a killer android, like stuff like that. Give Cloak heals and give Dagger heals and give Cloak and Cloak anti-heal. They're complete opposites. One gives life, the other one takes life. Dark lightness and dark, like, I think that itself would help so much with the healing. Let's see. Another thing, and I do want to address this because it's just annoying. My first tank, when I learned how to play the game, when I actually learned how to play the game, the first tank I mastered and learned was Penny. And Penny is stuck in perma-banned jail. To me, she's the new Hulk. So we need to do something about Penny. She's not, I mean, I get it. People don't want to see her in rank. But I think they're just afraid of the Rocket team up. So give Penny another team up, because she hasn't had that many. She had the Venom one and then the Rocket one, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Give her you can do so many things. If it's about machinery, give her a team up with Tony Stark. Or Spider-Man. Like just more team ups. That's what I want to see. More team ups, not just the regular ones we have. Just bring fresh life to the game. Because my girl Penny is stuck in perma jail, dude. It's sad. But overall, like I said, I'm excited. Obviously this is, like I said, for everybody. Don't crucify me. So, this is just my opinion, my take on stuff I want to see in the game. This could either be extremely toxic or extremely healthy for the game. But again, it's just my opinion. If you don't agree with me, write it in the comments. Like, just tell me what you think. But yeah, that's all I can think of. Overall, I think the meta is relatively fine. The only issue is just there's no way to go all around heals. So I think that we need more anti-heals in the game, or at least something to counteract heals that it has to do with just killing, or just, you know, eliminating the healers. But that would be my top 3 picks. Bring back dive meta, bring back and bring more anti-heals back, and I think the game will be fine. Now, aside from that, this is where what I'm excited about. Since we've had, as of now, we get a character every month. It means we have 12 characters per year, which is a little bit. That's a lot. It's a lot. So that being said, to be able to see, this is the list of characters I wish I could see in Marvel Rivals. And with that being said, first character I want. Obviously, we're waiting for Deadpool. We're waiting for Elsa Bloodstone, I think her name is. So already have the first 2. I sat down a few days ago and picked out 6 characters. That's half a year. This is 6 characters I wish I could see in Marvel characters, Marvel Rivals. And the first one, Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, dude. The fact that she's not an aide, she wasn't part of the first, I'm really surprised. Characters that, it's a character that you see up there, cosmic character. Like, I'm surprised she's not in the game yet. Obviously, her powers, flight, super strength, energy manipulation. Like, I want her to be a tank. I want her to be a flying tank, another flying tank that singles out characters that has a long range flying tank, because Angela is not long range, she's melee. So yeah, I want to be able to have a character that can fly and tank. She can have a shield. She has depending on what version, right? MCU or comics, she could have a shield, energy manipulation, and you can't tell me she's not a tank, dude. That girl can take a hit. I don't think she would be a DPS. I would be really sad and surprised. But 100% would. I think she could be a tank. But yeah, she could be a frontliner, shield, give her energy manipulation, lasers, whatever she wants, and super strength. As for her ult, don't really have one in mind, but I would honestly, I think she could be like a flying Captain America. That's the best way I could put it. Yeah. So I really don't know how she's not in the game yet. Okay. Sorry about that. Another character I really want to see, and this is my pick, my thoughts, right? If we're not gonna get Carol Danvers as a tank, 100%, we need Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel as a tank. Why? First of all, I think depending on what variation you go for, MCU, I don't like the MCU version, I like the Inhuman version, but again, she could also be a tank. energy matter manipulation. She can create constructs of the light. She could be a shielder. If you use the comics, at least the one I'm familiar with, where she's just basically Mr. Fantastic but female. Same thing. Mr. Fantastic is a tank in this game. Doesn't matter what you think. So, 100% she could be an actual official tank. She can use her powers to block attacks. She can do so much. It just depends on what you think about it. But I think if you go for the MCU version, her light powers, she does light constructs, shields. She can throw actual shards at people with light. She could be melee. If you go with the Inhuman version, like she can turn her hands giant to block. She can have a palm strike or a palm block, and just people be behind her. I think she could be a vanguard. But again, it's we have it. This is a game that Ultron is a healer, and yeah. So who are we to say she can't be anything else? Another interesting one that I want to see, and this is a hot take because I want to see Sentry. But most importantly, the reason why I want to see Sentry is because I think this idea that I came up with will be interesting because I want to make Sentry a tank, like Adam or Adam Warlock. That being when he dies, instead of, so you know how Adam Warlock's, when he dies, he has a whole soul thing, and then he has a second life. I need a tank that fits this description, and that being, give me Sentry, his regular powers, flying, energy, all that. But when he dies, he comes back as the Void. Now he, instead of being a ranged attacker, if he dies, he turns into the Void and he becomes a melee tank. So basically two different characters in one, because that's basically what he is. But give me his flight. He can fly. Doesn't really need to, because, you know, but to be fair, a lot of MCU characters can fly. Give him flights, give him energy, lasers, I-beams, whatever you need. And then once his first life is gone, he turns into the Void, turns into a melee character, and then now he's a frontliner who's just doing damage to everybody. I think that'd be awesome, having a tank do the same thing Adam Warlock, double life, and he doesn't have to be like high. Give him like 500 XP, 550, 600, something small. But his whole shtick is when he has 2 lives. When he dies, he turns into the Void, and he continues from there. Now,
the battle starts in 5, 4,
another character
2,
I want to see in this game, which I'm surprised to. And as of me recording this, something happened that makes me think this character might not come into the game, because it's more of a, I think she would come into the game as a skin, and that would be She-Hulk. Again, perfect timing. The reason why it'd be interesting is because I want to say She-Hulk could be a melee Gamma player, duelist Gamma character, because I mean we only have one Gamma character in the game, and that's what I'm aware of. So I want to say she could be a skin, but I don't think they're gonna make 2 skins. I'd say make She-Hulk a skin, and then make her when Hulk's first life is gone, he turns into Bruce Banner. I don't think they would do that turn her into Jennifer, because we don't really see her that much, depending on what you think. So there's still hope. That's my only hope, that they might bring She-Hulk as a duelist into this game. But I do think that when it comes to the Hulk universe, we need more representation. We need The Luna snowboard is crazy. We need a She-Hulk, Absorber Man. I'll even take the Abomination. Cause there's not. I don't think there's that many villains in this game. But yeah, I want to see more gamma characters. Whether She-Hulk becomes a skin, and I'm saying that because obviously at the moment I'm recording this, She-Hulk, Lady Loki was released, and obviously she's a skin. But I don't know. Like I said, anything's possible. I do wish we can get more gamma characters. Scar. I can't think of much. Abomination. Different stuff, right? Different stuff. There's three factions that I think need to be added to this game as of 2023, and that would be gamma radiation characters, Inhumans, and Spider People. I'm surprised that from the Spider-Man universe, considering how famous Spider-Man is, we only have Venom and we have Venom, Penny, and Spidey himself. Now, I'll get into that in a bit, but I want to see, when it comes to gamma radiations, I already said I want that list. Inhumans, Kamala Khan, and another cute character, not cute, but like another gag character, something funny, is that I want to see is Lockjaw as an Inhuman. Because we have Jeff, and there's, aside from Jeff and Rocket Raccoon, quote unquote, because he's not really a animal. He is, but he isn't. You know what I mean? Lockjaw would be a cool addition to this game. Why? Because one, he could be a healer. Like if Jeff is a healer, he could be a healer. But more importantly, his powers. Power of teleportation would be so freaking cool in this game. And that means Nightcrawler, Lockjaw, characters who can teleport themselves and other people to the point will come in so clutch. And I don't care what you say, make it happen. Make Lockjaw and make Lockjaw a freaking healer with the powers of teleportation. Make him able to teleport him and somebody else. Like if somebody's close, make him an AOE teleportation. So if somebody's close enough to him, when he teleports a few steps forward or however long you want to teleport, he could teleport himself or other people, or at least one person. And not only would this be really good for support, a lot of matches will be so different because, like I said, we've all been in that match where we're rocking it, but we died at the wrong time, and now we're not gonna get back in time. Although I get it, strange portal, but you can only have one strange portal, maybe 2 per game, if somebody switches. So I need a character that can just do that. Basic cooldowns, dude. Be able to that or buff Strange's portal. Make it so he can have he can do more portals more often. Aside from that, and which brings me to the next part, which was Spider People. I think every faction so far, almost every faction, has a character in each role. Spider-Man has 2 characters as Vanguard. I think that they should add another duelist from the Spideyverse or a healer. Now, as a healer, I wouldn't know who would it be. I don't know much about the lore. You can argue Madam Web or somebody else. But there's two characters I want to see in this game that will definitely make me want to pick up. Even if they're duelist, I would pick up because I think it's cool. But again, one of them depends on how they approach it, because you can argue that Spider-Gwen could be a skin. You can argue that Miles Morales Spider-Man is a skin. So it depends on the developers. But you can argue Carnage, good addition to the game. If they do add Carnage, I want him to be a duelist, not a tank. But the character I want to talk about is Silk. When I read one of her comics, I thought she was cool. Female Spider-Man, and she can actually do more stuff. She has the same powers as Spider-Man, but a little bit stronger. She can make claws and stuff like that. So that's another. I again, it just depends how they address it. They could be skins, they could be new characters. But I would love to see somebody else from the Spider-Verse be in the game. Carnage, Silk, Madam Web, however you want to do it. And make one of them a healer. And that, cause I think every faction should have each of those. But like I said, at the end of the day, this is just my pick. This is just a little rant I want to do. This will probably be the last game of the year for me, and the last video of the year. And this is my thing. So if you made it this far, what do you guys think? Who should be added to the game? Who should be nerfed? Who should be buffed? Who would you like to see in this game? And what their abilities? Have fun with it, right? Just speak your mind. That's what matters most. For me, anything can happen. As long as they're cool. It doesn't matter what role you play. It'll fit into anything. You shouldn't be locked by that. You can just pick whatever you want. But yeah, to me, that's what I want to see. Hands down, season 6 is gonna be one of the most anticipated patch notes that they drop, and it's gonna be interesting. Overall, like I said, the game has been out for a year, and we'll play it no matter what. So, yeah. If you made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button. Comment below your thoughts. Don't forget to spread good vibes. Don't forget to stay positive, and more importantly, don't forget to stay humble. Until next time, peace.